bartender.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin. We're getting halfway through. No, past halfway through.
Yeah,
Chainsaw Man.
we're on the second half now.
We're on the second half. We're in
The back nine.
the back nine. I mean, sure, that's a number and backwards.
Yeah. It's a golf term.
Oh, I suppose
When you
because there's
get
18
to
holes.
your first nine, front nine and the back nine.
Why would you call it that? Just because it's
The back
different.
nine.
Yeah, why would he ever do that?
Well, it's like in hockey where they call it halves, but there are three of them.
I think people get hit in the head too much at sport.
I definitely think people get hit in the head a lot playing hockey. So
Oh yeah, well I know that for sure.
I used to play ice hockey a long time ago.
Well, no, it wasn't ice hockey, it was just regular hockey.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah, I
field
used
hockey
to.
too. Used
Oh, okay.
Americans,
Or grass hockey.
grass hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, not shinty.
Not shinty. Then the people playing shinty definitely get hit in the head a lot.
Bro, you love the ball in that.
Yeah, my
Or
parents attended a shinty game because they were passing by, and within 5 minutes, someone had been concussed and someone's car windshield had broken.
it wasn't a very good game of shinty then, was it?
Actually, it's the perfect game of shinty.
The perfect game of shinty. And then you got, was it lacrosse? With it,
Lacrosse, that's a very American thing as well, though, right?
I mean, with the name lacrosse, I thought it was more French, but never
I think
mind.
it is. I wonder if it's French Canadian because I know that I think like I could be going crazy, but I'm pretty sure like Ivy League universities have lacrosse teams.
I mean, it sounds like a ponty sport where you lob like hard ball and catch it to a net
And
and then
it's
lob it.
also pretty violent as well. I mean, it's no highlight, but yeah.
I mean, well, that just goes back to point of like when you had the nobles and you had the knights and they all went in and like chopping people up, like polo
Yeah,
and
but I mean,
jousting.
have you seen Highlight?
No,
You wear like a big curved hook that you put a very heavy ball in and throw.
wait, oh, is that highlight? Yeah, no, lacrosse
Yeah,
is the one where you got the net where you catch it.
lacrosse has got a net.
Yeah,
Highlight is yeah, it's like I don't even look. You know what? It's Tron. Remember Tron?
I remember seeing in Tron where they had like things like that.
The
Yeah,
hook hands. Yeah,
yeah.
that's Highlight.
Did they watch Tron and think that's cool? Let's do that.
I think
Or
it's maybe the other way around, but
or an actual sport.
yeah.
uh, yeah. Anyway, people get hit
So
in the head too much in sport. Makes
they
them go
do,
crazy
they do.
and make up random names like Back Nine and what was the other one in hockey?
The third half.
The third half. How is
No, it's not even worth trying to figure that one out.
that's like American football?
Um,
It's in quarters.
They do actually have quarters though. It's 4 quarters.
Yeah, third half though.
The third half is not ideal. It's,
That
yeah,
indicates that
it's not.
it already 1.5 times longer than it should be.
Yeah, every game of hockey is 150%.
I mean, 150%. You gotta give 150%, man.
Yeah,
Watch
it's
out
the
for
only
that
way to win.
rubber puck. Pretty hefty things those are.
I've been hit by a few.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
they're unpleasantly heavy to be hit in certain places.
Like the bridge
For
you knows.
example, I very fortunately I played with a cage, so I did not get hit in the face, but I have been hit in the cage by a puck.
Wait. You played with a cage, so like you were like a metal cage, just pushing it around the ice,
Yeah, you
and
know, like when they you go down in the water with sharks.
yeah, he just had one of
Yeah, it's
those,
like that. Yeah.
and the gap was like also not big enough to let a puck through
No,
horizontally.
it's a puck repellent or puck resistant surface.
Puck resistance. Oh, feel like it just bounced off the cage and like, or it just stops when it gets to the cage. Like, oh, I can't be hitting that. I'm
No,
repelled by that, and then shoots the other
I
way.
was I was not very good at hockey. Uh, I could ice skate. I can't play hockey. Not very well anyway. So I got knocked over a lot and got very heavily beaten down by the bigger, better players. So gave up.
Should have manned up, got heavier, and start beating them down.
I was plenty heavy. I just just sucked at hockey. So
I don't think there was much hockey in ice hockey. All I ever see is big fights.
uh, yeah, there were quite a few. Not so much in the kids version I was playing, but yeah, definitely when you watch the older groups play after a few fights.
Yeah. Aye. Oh well, that's
So
fair.
we are
Uh
here to talk about episode 7.
ah, was it
It's got a great episode name, "The Taste of a Kiss."
Taste of a Kiss?
We're about to find out what that tastes like.
Oh,
So, uh,
chainsaws.
is it this one? Wait, yes,
Yes, it
it is
is this
this
one.
one. Yes.
Maybe.
So we last left off with the group, Denji jumping into the jaws of the Devil,
Uh huh.
uh, down into through the elevator shaft and being like, "Ah, this is gonna suck," but I ain't
But
owing any of you shit. So
that was an elevator shaft. That was a corridor.
was it a corridor? Oh, of
Oh
course,
yeah.
because the thing's been turned. Yeah, you're right. The
It
the
went
building had been turned 90
well.
degrees.
Well, that floor anyway. Yeah, because it
Yeah,
controlling
yeah.
it.
So yeah, he jumps down, and of course, the previous thing we saw at the end of the last episode is he jumps down, and it just kind of like goes all whoa, like space timey.
Uh huh.
But then actually, we see what really happens this time, and it's just he falls in, and the jaws just go and like
Yeah.
munch him, leaving a blood stain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh shit. Uh, is that is that okay? That can't be good. Turns out it doesn't matter.
No, he's cool. And he's just starts wailing on it.
Oh yeah, he's it's pretty good. I like as we mentioned in the previous episode, is that his grand plan was he goes, I'm gonna hurt it until it wants to kill itself.
Yeah.
Uh,
Begs for
and
mercy.
that's his plan.
Mm.
Yeah. So he starts like cutting at it, and it's like, oh, this sucks. I hate this. And then he starts to slow down, and everyone's like, oh shit, I think he's running out of blood. He can't keep doing this forever.
Mm.
And then Denji realizes, like, wait, the Eternity Demon has blood.
Mhm.
I'll just drink when I cut.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he gets kind of like pinned down by the hands of the Eternity
Yeah,
Demon.
that's right.
And he's you've lost. And then he just takes a big bite out the head of like one of the many heads of the Eternity Demon.
Oh my god.
And then starts up again. And the power's like, oh yeah, he's not doing too well because, once he loses
He's
his
low on
blood,
blood.
he'll have
Yeah.
he'll lose his chainsaws.
I
Anyway,
do
so
I do like this next bit because of course he's just now slicing with careless abandon constantly, just swinging and cutting and tearing. And I think his words are, I think this is a direct quote, is I'm a fucking perpetual motion machine.
yeah, I don't think it had the word fucking. But I know I'm professional thingy machine. I should win the Nobel Prize.
He does say I should win the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, and that's the end of the Nobel Prize talk.
It is. I'm disappointed that that never came back up. But yeah, everyone else is like, well, I guess he's just going to keep going for a while. And everyone's kind of, chilling out, having a nap.
Yeah,
like Denji was earlier. And eventually someone says, like, oh, God, isn't he tired? It's been like 3 days. And you're like, oh my God, it's been 3 days. He's been cutting and killing for 3 days.
yeah.
This is
Well,
madness. That
it's he has a flashback too. For
Does he? To,
no, what's her name does? Haima, Himio, Bag
wait, who are
Patch
we
Girl,
talking? Oh, don't make me forget her name.
and him.
Himeno.
Yeah, Himino. She has a flashback about her boss because she's just watching in awe and says,
Oh
"You
yeah,
know, the
that's right.
best devil hunters are the ones that are fucking insane or JavaScript nutless."
That's right. And he's like, do you have a screw loose? And she's like, no. He's like,
Yeah. Does Aki?
Aki does. Aki does.
Aki does to a degree, but then the mentor kind of disagrees. Says, nah, he's still
Yeah.
pretty sensible.
Yeah.
Um, and then they get on that it turns out that Hemo also wants the Gundel killed.
Yes.
And then yeah, so she's kind of blushing at like, oh wow, look at him, he's like fucking
He's
insane,
awesome.
shit, tearing this thing up. And then she kind of you can see her that she's really tired because she must have been watching it for like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
And then goes to the room. She goes, "Oh, how long has it been? Oh, about 3 days since you got stabbed." And he was like, "Oh, good thing it's over." And then it cuts to Denji, and the demon just goes, "Look, here's my heart. Please get rid of
Please,
it. Please
please, please
end
make
me."
this stop.
Yeah,
That is insane. It is absolutely insane.
yeah.
And yeah, of course they make it out,
Mm-hmm. Denji's soaked in blood.
and he's super happy. He's like, God, I've never felt this good. Like I've taken a big shit. Feel lighter.
Maybe I don't really remember that quote.
Oh man, like all of the all of the dialogue in this episode is batshit crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. And he goes, and the flashback with Humo has like kind of like trying to convince Aki to go private sector, and then they
That's
can
right.
have
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, but he's like, nope, public
No,
sector for me.
got gun devils to kill.
Yeah,
Can't kill gun devils in the private sector.
yep. Um, and then they're talking about over another course like how they should have a welcome party.
That's right.
And it's like cool, and I'll speak to Makima, and then they have a wee discussion with Denji, basically just asking, what's actually Denji's deal? What is he? Bet your Makima knows more about him because they certainly want him dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Although doesn't immediately after saying how great he feels, he passes out.
uh, at the hotel, yeah, I think you probably
Yeah. He just collapses and they're like, oh yeah, he has been moving for 3 days.
yeah, yes, he has been wildly chopping things to
Yeah,
bits for 3 days.
for three
Yeah,
days. I think he needs a rest.
yeah. So they take Aki and Denji to the hospital, and the other two get
That's
to
right.
go
Oh
home.
yeah, because the recruits get to leave.
Yeah, go back to the office. And they're like, "Oh, well, my recruits they kind of wanted to leave. You know,
Yeah.
they're thinking about quitting the demon
Oh,
huntings."
that's right, because Himeno and Aki are in like an alleyway recovering some more of the gun devil's bits from
Yeah,
another devil.
tiny
And
fragment.
she's like, yeah, they want to quit. Uh, I don't know why.
Yeah, that's why they're having a welcome meeting to try and convince them to stay.
Yeah.
Uh,
And to welcome some other new recruits, right?
oh,
Is there
just
not
to get
more?
to know the team, because I think none of the
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
actually have been talked about. So,
That's true. Yeah.
so they go to a barbecue place or pub of some sort, and
Yeah.
have a big meeting, and everyone's going, "Ah, look at all this food! It smells great. I don't know where to start." And Power's there like, "This one's mine. This one's mine. She's
The
just
fried chicken
basically,
is mine. It's mine. You can't have it. It's all
yeah,
mine.
she's just 100% just the cat from Red Dwarf. I'm going to eat you, little fishy. I'm going to eat you, little fishy.
It's just she's the most self-obsessed, self-absorbed of all of the characters.
Yeah,
Uh, on a very consistent basis. So
yeah. Uh, so Makima isn't there yet, but so they start going introducing themselves. So then she goes, "Ah, I'm 16, and I'm that," and they're
it's
all,
like
"What?"
I like to sleep and eat.
Yeah, I like to
Uh,
sleep and eat. This is
oh
all
yeah,
these.
that's very young. And what is it? Ari stands up and he's like, I'm 20. And, I like making haikus, and I'm yelling.
Oh, and I made a pact with the Fox Demon.
Oh yeah, he did. And someone makes a comment. It's like, oh, the Fox Demon makes pacts with everyone.
Well, actually, then she goes, "Wait, isn't that what's his name? Aki's thing?" And it's like, yeah, the Fox Demon's pretty friendly, but only certain people get to get the head of the Fox Demon,
Yeah,
the
that's
ones it
right.
likes. And then the kid, the little girl, scary girl, was like, she arrived late and was like, wow, I haven't eaten this kid in ages. And she's
Yeah.
20, and she likes eating free food, I think was what she
Oh,
said.
Kobeni. Yeah,
Yeah.
she likes to eat. I think this is where like is it Aki says to like, hey, or is it Himeno says to the other like devil hunter, I think his name's Fushi.
Uh-huh.
He's like, oh, what happened to your new recruits? And I'm like, oh, they died.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
He
the
died.
Humo's two recruits are like, what? How, does that happen often in this position?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
because
pretty often.
public sector goes after the harder devils,
That's dangerous
not
stuff.
not rather than the public sector. Yeah.
Of course,
Uh
we should mention the whole time is that Himeno is wasted.
oh no, no.
She's pretty drunk already.
She gets drunk off her first, or at least the first drink
She's
you see.
she's going to get drunk off a lot more.
Well, there's a thing. Anyway, so
Yeah, yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we can get that kiss." Oh no, then she's like, "Oh cool, I can get a kiss from you, right?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, but I'm a bit bashful. Just wait till I get really drunk."
Yeah, let me get properly drunk
Yeah,
uh to deal with this.
yeah.
Uh having already addressed the fact that she is 22 and Denji is
16.
16.
I don't remember if she's 22 or not. I
Did
don't
she
think she.
is somebody else 22? Maybe that was Kobeni.
That was Ari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe she doesn't say her age. She's definitely not 16.
Oh,
Um
oh no. Yeah, yeah. And then I think Makino comes in at this point.
yeah, she turns up and Aki's like, "Oh, here, Miss Makima, have this seat next
Yeah,
to me."
yep. And then the questions go, "Yo, so what's the deal with Denji?" Or something like that. Or Denji goes, "Oh,
Yep.
because sorry, because she comes in just as he's saying, "Oh, yes, I'm gonna get a kiss." And then Makima comes in and is like, "Kiss, eh? What
Essay.
kiss? What's this?" And he's
This
like,
is the good jokes. Yeah, this is such a great conversation because he's having this monologue in his head. He's like, "Ah, but I want to kiss Miss Makima, but also there's this drunk girl right now." And
yeah,
then she's like, "Oh, Denji, are you kissing someone?" He's like, "No." And Himeno's like, "Oh, so we're not gonna kiss?" And he's like, "Oh no, yeah, we are."
yeah, yeah,
Like immediately after,
yeah. And
in the
then
same breath, he
yeah,
contradicts himself. It's incredible.
yeah, and then and he's like, "Oh shit, I better change the subject." And goes, "I killed. I got a gunmetal piece."
It did, yeah.
And she says, "Oh, you did. That's pretty good." And then
Yep.
Aki jumps in and goes. and that's about Denji, and then it seems like it challenged to a drinking match.
Yeah, what's the deal with Denji? Oh, I could tell you, but you'll have to beat me in a drinking contest.
Yeah,
Huh.
see if you can drink more of me.
Yeah,
And
and he's
then
like immediately he goes, yes, yes, let's do that.
yeah,
Barkeep, 2 more drinks, and then
yeah,
Himeno's like, no, I want to do this. Make that 3.
yeah. And then yeah, so the next thing you know, there's and Power orders more food, and so
Does
does uh, Denji. Denji was actually trying to read the menu and saying, "I can't read this kanji."
yeah, he could only read one thing on it, and I think then ordered that.
I think so, or it's heard Power order it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it ends up with a table full of uh, beer glasses.
Oh yeah, the beer's flowing, the food's coming.
Mm-hmm. That's been
It's
and
all
done.
all looking pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and they all kind of Makima drinks the one at the table, unfazed, no issue
Yeah,
at all.
she doesn't look bothered in the slightest.
Yeah.
Aki looks like the living embodiment of the dead. He's just lying on the table with his head to the side. It's like, oh, he's not looking great.
Yeah, and then aye, and then she gets his kiss as
Yeah,
kind of forces herself on him.
yep, on a 16-year-old.
Uh huh.
And there's that nice monologue, internal monologue again. He's like, oh, this is really nice, so soft and wet. And what is that? And then, of course, can we talk a little bit about the fact that they blur this out, which I think is hilarious.
Did they blur it out?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, the puke.
Yep.
I mean, I saw
Himeno
dribbles.
properly vomits directly into his mouth.
Yeah, there's like just like a mother bird's feeding his
Oh
chick.
god. It's so bad.
He's
It's
like,
so
oh,
bad.
Denji, and then Power's like, oh yeah, you go, boy.
Yeah. Swallow eat that vomit.
Denji has no shame. He'll eat anything or something.
Yep. And then
So
he swallows the vomit.
yeah.
Oh. Is this when we have the flashback with
Oh,
Pochita?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The flashback Pochita where he's scrapping
He's
for
for food. He's
in the bin.
mocking the rats for eating sick.
Yeah.
Which they also blur out the vomit on the ground.
Did they?
Yeah.
I did not pay much attention to the.
It is super weird.
I mean, maybe it's artistic style because
Yeah, maybe.
it's really hard to draw a vomit.
Either way, he's not holding up too well
Yeah,
after being vomited in.
he's in the toilet with Ari, I think.
Yeah.
Who's like, aha, my mum used to come home drunk every
Yeah.
night, and I know a
It's such
special
a sad
throw up.
thing. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I can help you because my mum was a drunk. And you're like, oh, that's really sad.
I know the special throw up technique. How's that for you?
Did he say his mum was a drunk?
No, she just came home drunk all the time.
Okay.
Didn't I mean it kind of says itself. And he's like jealous of Denji of being an expert demon hunter, and then Denji turns out my first kiss was some lass puking into me, and you're jealous
Yeah.
of me. And then the guy like, oh yeah, okay, good point.
He's like, I'm not jealous of that part. That part is not great. You know.
Mhm.
So, whoops.
Yeah,
And then this is the bit that's a bit hazy for me, but I think is like essentially Denji passes out from all the vomiting.
yeah. Yeah.
Should we also point out that Makima makes a really big deal about it when I think Denji introduces himself, and she's like, "Oh, you're 16. Have you had anything to drink? I hope you haven't been drinking."
Oh no, I
It's
think
like,
that
"Oh
was
yeah."
I don't think it's Makima because she wasn't
Was it
there at
not?
the
Was
time.
it Himeno?
It might
Was
be
it Himeno?
Himeno or Aki, or
It's
the
just.
no, it was the last at the end of the table, I think.
Oh, okay. It's just because like they make a huge deal of that, and it's like you do realize there's a woman who's going to treat this 16-year-old as a sexual conquest, and we're worried about him drinking,
Yeah,
which
apparently
is something that he could choose to do.
as, they do say that Himmel has pretty much kissed everyone except from the
Oh yeah,
rookies.
yeah.
Mhm.
She's had her turn with everyone apparently.
Yeah. So anyway, I think kind of gets to the end of the night, and they all go out and go, "Oh wow, Maximus paying for it," and then the scaredy kid, "Oh yeah, it's nothing tastes better than a free meal" type thing.
Yup.
And then she goes, "Oh, where's Denji?" And then someone comments, "Oh, I think he will take him away on her back." I was like, "Oh, all right." And then she walks away.
And it kind of just cuts to him waking up in a room and being
Yes,
like, where am I?
it's
And
dark.
yeah, and then Himeno deciding to get on top of him in very little clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes Denji.
Con.
Yeah,
Denji con. Yeah,
and she really enjoys. She's like, "What is it with you and Aki and fawning over Miss Makima? You could do much better than that bitch."
he,
Uh,
yeah.
and
Oh,
you should. And she does the cow horns. You should move on.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
little laugh to herself.
Yeah, well, she also comes in and goes like, What the hell? What are you doing here? Did I,
Yes.
did I take,
She's
brought
she
you
also
home?"
pointed out she's still drinking.
Uh-huh. She got a fresh
And
can from the fridge.
yeah, she's still drinking after having thrown up. And she's like, "Yeah, how did you get here? Wait, we are in my place. Yes. Okay." And he's like, "Please, water. I please."
Yeah,
So she decides to, as you mentioned earlier on, baby bird him some water or beer, I guess.
I think it was the beer
Uh,
because she takes a big swig of
yep.
the can. So,
Yeah, and that it's pretty awful.
yeah. Uh, and then I think it just about almost ends there where she kind of like lies next to him in bed and then goes, "You want to do it?"
It's like, huh. And
And
then
cuts there.
then it ends. Yeah.
That's it. That's the last episode. End of the episode.
Can we talk very quickly about the actual outro, because there is like a proper bit in the outro of him and all like rainbow vomiting directly into Denji's mouth.
Yes, there was. Yes.
It's so good,
Yeah.
so good.
It's like, oh, and it's not like this the split second. It's proper rainbow
No,
and they're rotating
yeah, and it's
around.
constant for about 10 seconds. That's
Yeah,
so weird.
it
That was glorious.
reminds me of Gravity Falls.
Yeah, the what was his name?
Gnome,
The gnome.
don't know.
Uh my eldest, when he was a baby, had a baby grow with the vomiting gnome on it.
Oh, Jesus, man, you torture your kids
Yeah.
when they're young. That's what people want to wear. A gnome with a
What's his
bit.
name?
I can't remember.
I need to know now. What's his
Uh,
name?
I watched a Flash animation that kind of did a similar thing. Where it was basically it was done around about the time of Nancat was a big thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and you had a Nancat loop, and the character was watching it for like I don't know excessive amount of time, and then all see is like the roommate comes in or boyfriend or whatever comes in. Oh, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I need to need to go. And then she runs to the bathroom, and it's just like Nancat music as she vomits rainbow.
The name was either Jeff or Smebulok.
No, I think it was Jeff. Smevilok was
Yeah.
the kind of weird one.
He was the
But
one that operated the leg of the giant gnome monster.
Smevilok.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was also it was like just went Smevilok and didn't really speak.
Smebulok.
Yeah, he had some.
Gravity Falls is amazing.
That was pretty good, man. 2 seasons of it.
Wait, 3?
I thought there was 2. There was 3.
Have you watched the end of it?
I thought I did. Yeah. They go home. End of the summer holidays.
Yeah. I think there might have been before seasons.
No.
Is it only 2? Oh shit, it is only 2 seasons. I was sure it was 3.
Nope. It got a short run. There might have been a stop in the middle of 2.
Yeah, there was, because it took them 2.5 years
Yeah,
to finish season 2.
I think it
2
stopped when
years.
the undercover Grunkle Stan's true identity and Stan Pine actually came through the gate.
Spoilers for Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is very good and you should watch it. How do you rate this episode? This vomity episode, Colin?
Lighthearted.
Yes.
The killing of the demon was, it was like the start of the episode, so it was like all things wrestling matches. There's no real big battles happening. It was like the opening match to get you entertained. It's like, oh, that was a thing. Don't know, 8. I'm going to stick with an 8.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a bit gross in multiple ways, but generally pretty funny, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a good one. So yeah, I guess in the next episode we're gonna find out about this, what happens, to Denji and Himeno.
Yeah. Next time on Who's That Anime, we'll find out what happens with Denji and Himeno, and including story
stuff
that's happening, and
which
flashbacks.
probably, yeah. There's always flashbacks.
Always
How else do you
flashbacks.
tell stories?
Forward.
Which what's that show? Flash Forward.
Flash forward. What's that?
Yeah, it's a sci-fi show in like the early 2000s or like late 2000s, early 2010s.
All right. And they just
Okay.
flash forward to the future.
Something like that.
All right.
Something like a vision of the future that they were trying to change.
Oh yeah, I think I heard those ones.
It was all right. I seem to remember. In fact, I think Seth MacFarlane was a character in it.
Oh, that early.
No, not that early, because he'd been doing Family Guy for like a while at that point. 10 years.
Ago.
10 years he'd been doing
Family Guy.
I'm pretty sure it was him. Maybe I'm going crazy.
I mean, you did watch an anime where someone physically vomited down some other guy's throat. Like, they didn't even pull away.
No, they did not.
It's like literally it's where it was going. That's choking.
No, he was totally in it. Uncredited in 2 episodes.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I don't know why he was in that.
There was a nice bit when Denji was puking in the toilet. They actually got the eyes watering.
Oh yeah.
I haven't puked like that in a long time. And it's usually alcohol related too.
Oh, it's almost always alcohol related.
Long time.
On that note, this has been Who's That Anime, an anime podcast. You can find us at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, where you can see all the links to the various places you can listen to us, either on that website specifically, or Spotify, Overcast, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Audible, anywhere where RSS feeds work, you can listen to us. If you like what it is we do, leaving us a 5-star review would be awesome. Anything less with a bit of criticism, and constructive criticism, I should say, would be awesome to hear too. Obviously, we don't make any money off of this or with any ads. We just like to watch anime. Again, if you like what it is we do and have already reviewed us or can't review us, then telling a friend about the show would also be super, super cool. We have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord. You can find the link to that in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video components of these episodes. We're recording right now. You'll be seeing me wearing my Dragon Ball hoodie again, because it's fucking cold. And essentially, where are we now with that, Colin? What's the next one going to be?
Oh, next one. Episode 3.
Episode 4? Episode 3?
Wow, hang on.
If we're recording episode 7, I presume it would be episode 4.
Yeah.
Long live the 3-episode deficit.
Along with, yeah, it'll be episode 4. Yes, so episode 4, technically, maybe. We'll do the Christmas, New Year. Yeah, that'll be episode 4, eh? That's right.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's go with that. Yeah. So
And
2 today.
Other than that, while Colin calculates that in the background, Colin and I also like to play video games sometimes. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. There's not a lot going on there at the moment because of other bits and pieces. However, if you do want to watch some of the gameplay that we have done over the years, you can find archives for both of those channels at youtube.com by searching for the channels Couchfuel or Hail Payman.
Yeah. Definitely episode 4.
Definitely episode 4. Excellent.
Yep.
Well, we've done it.
Another episode.
Yep, done. We're in the back 9 now. Definitely.
No, we're not, because there's not another 9 episodes to go there.
We're not? Shit.
Yeah, it'll be. We're going on to like up to the 3rd episode, the 2/3 of the way through the season.
Yeah.
Or
it's meandering along at a bit of a pace right now, because we've kind of had the big midway action thing, and now it's sort of on the downslide again, into sort of more comedic and familiar territory. So I guess we'll see where this goes.
I suppose that's one way of looking at this. Yeah. Next week, episode 8.
Episode
1/8 into the story of Chainsaw.
No, it's not. It's not 1/8.
1/8 is if you make it like 10 episodes.
It's technically 3/4.
3/4.
The next episode we will be 3/4 of the way through.
3/4.
No, wait, 2/3.
2/3.
2/3.
2/3, man.
2/3.
Fractions.
Yep.
They work.
Yep. I'd rather have a 1/4 pounder than a 1/3 pounder. All right.
I mean, yeah, 1/3 pounder would be quite heavy on you, man.
Apparently, I don't know whether this is urban legend or not, but there was a burger called the 1/3 pounder. And people didn't buy it because they thought they were getting ripped off because it wasn't as big as the 1/4 pounder.
I mean, if it wasn't as big as a 1/4 pounder in size,
it was 1/3 of a pound, but because it had a 3 and not a 4, people were like, "That's not as big."
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, at the same time, though, it's to see what it looked like, because I don't know, quarter pounders about that.
Uh-huh.
Third,
Oof.
maybe like that.
Oof.
Or you just get the 72-ounce steak.
How many pounds is that?
Fucking a lot.
It's like
It's like 12 ounces in a pound,
64.
or 16 ounces in a
Isn't
pound.
it 16 ounces in a pound? So
Mhm.
32 is 4 is 64. 4.5 pounds.
4.5 pounds worth of meat.
End this, Colin.
I mean, normally a steak over here is what? A large one would be 12 ounce?
Maybe.
I think that's a large one.
Jesus Christ.
So let's times that by 6.
What we'll do, Colin, is we'll take a trip to Glasgow,
Uh-huh.
right? And we'll go to Viva Brazil, which is an all-you-can-eat steak place.
Why is it called Brazil?
Because it's all Brazilian-style steak.
Oh, okay. Does that mean like they'll wax it with the hairs and all that? That's a
I
Brazilian,
don't know.
right?
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
What
All I
does...
know is they bring food to you on a sword and
Uh-huh.
put it onto your plate with another sword. So
Do you get to eat it with a sword?
no, but you do have a
Uh-huh.
cup thing, a coaster that has traffic lights on it. Green for bring me more food, and red for please stop bringing me food.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
We,
Yeah,
we
let's
should
do
go.
that.
We should do that.
Oh, okay, let's do that. Let's do traffic light Brazilian steaks, but not waxed. Not Brazilian wax.
I mean, it might be waxed. I don't know.
I'm I'm pretty sure Brazilians is that not like when you
A little strip.
yeah, I thought it was like you get something removed like pubic hair or
Yeah, it is. It's a little strip of pubic hair left.
oh a little strip of pubic hair.
Yeah,
What?
what it is.
Oh.
Where are we? Meats. Here's the list of meats. Cap of rump, garlic steak, chili chicken, parmesan pork, leg of lamb, sirloin steak, Brazilian sausage, rump steak, flank steak, ribeye steak, beef ribs, lamb chops, chicken hearts, smoked gammon, and cinnamon pineapple.
Chicken hearts.
Yeah, I've had
That's a
chicken
thing.
hearts.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
I worked with a Brazilian, and he was always on about the chicken hearts being great.
Yeah, well, I have had a chicken heart and they're pretty good.
He had a heart of a chicken. Is it actually literally? Is it actually a heart of a chicken?
It's literally a heart of a chicken, yeah.
Why do we give chicken hearts? Why don't we have like pig hearts and cow hearts?
Because the chicken hearts are like bite-sized.
Yeah, but you get so much more meat in a cow's heart.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. Or the anyway. Ooh, sign up for free caipirinhas on your next visit.
Yep, that's the thing.
We're not sponsored by Viva Brazil.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But maybe.
At us. We're not on Twitter, but at us. See us out, Colin.
All right. Without being sponsored by anyone, I'm not trying to get sponsored by a Brazilian steakhouse buffet. We're out of here. We'll see you next anime place, same anime place, same anime time, same Brazilian wax lines. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You okay?
Oh my.
Special. She's watching. She has a front row seat. Hang on. Is that her tongue I'm feeling? It feels good. It's so soft. What the hell? Her tongue. It's melting in my mouth. Wait. I think that's...
Well, that's gonna leave some drama.
Oh, gracious. Could we get a towel over here? Or anything to wipe this up?
Just watch! This entire fiasco is Way worse. If it holds nutritional value and enters his mouth, he's prone to swallow no matter what.